Okay. Okay, Diamond. Young Tab on the track. Okay. When I hop about to ride, all eyes on me. All eyes on me. All eyes on me. When I step inside the club, all eyes on me. All eyes on me. All eyes on me. Yeah, hop about the whip, flyer than a spaceship. Black on black, Benz, blacker than a spaceship. Pocket full of Glock like I was moving major bricks. Made a promise to my mama I'd be rich by 36. Okay. When I pop up out the ride, all eyes on me. All eyes on me. All eyes on me. Yeah. When I step inside the club, all eyes on me. All eyes on me. All eyes on me. Yeah. When I pop up out the ride, all eyes on me. All eyes on me. All eyes on me. Yeah. When I step inside the club, all eyes on me. All eyes on me. All eyes on me. Yeah. Turn up, turn up, turn up, turn up, take it easy. I'm turned up and they turned down. Smoking cool, blowing pound. Take cause I'm on now. Jack cause I'm on now. I'm turned up and they turned down. Smoking cool, blowing loud. Take cause I'm on now. Jack cause I'm on now. I'm 100 long ways on my dome. Driving expensive cars, sitting on chrome. Getting it from a dick bitch. She find it, she a red bone. Don't wanna leave my alone. Gotta spend this shit, keep calling my phone. Don't speak English, but she love pink. Right? Just like Venus, her good, but her face to me. She loving cause I'm counting figures. You know I'm top notch. No, I'm not your average. All about my cabbage. That cash I got to have it. My stripper be the baddest. She twerking it for mathematics. She break them treats out in the club and she bring it back to her daddy. I'm hiring lanes in my caddy. Candy paint on chrome wheels. Turning heads when I pass by. I'm cashing in, I go saving deals, pouring those bottles, champagne spills.
Welcome to high school basketball on the Triangle Sports Hub, Arena Sportsnet, and SHN Sports. And now, here are the voices for tonight's game, Petey Doris and Brian Snow.
Good evening. It might be frigid temperatures outside, but inside the Mighty Warriors arena, the atmosphere is hyped. Like in the middle of the conference play here. Welcome aboard. To my right is my colleague Brian Snow. I'm Petey Doris with your call tonight as the Lady Mighty Warriors look to take it 2 in a row at home and 3-0 on the season. As they face the Emerson Waldorf Groms from Chapel Hill. Tonight's game will be on 3 different platforms, SHNsports.com, TS/TSH, and network1sports.com/station/Triangle Sports Hub and arenasportsnet.com. Welcome aboard, Brian. Game 2 of the season for Triangle Sports Hub at Mount Zion, looking to make it 2 teams here tonight, trying to get Emerson Waldorf trying to get the first win, and Mount Zion Mighty Warriors trying to carry on the win streak here.
They're trying to carry on the win streak, as you said here, and going back to our game against Southern Wake Academy, there were a few numbers that stood out to me, but this is the one that stood out to me, and I believe it's going to carry him all season. 41 offensive rebounds.
Yes, as Mount Zion, the Mighty Warriors have well-established height down low with Kane. She is a D1 athlete. She will be carrying on after she finishes high school here. Next year, she'll be going to UNC Greensboro to carry on the next collegiate level. But you look at the rosters tonight, similar to just what we saw the other night against Southern Wake Academy, Lions. Similar predicament tonight as the Emerson Waldorf is the average height is around 5'6".
Well, the one thing that the Warriors have to do, they cannot get too excited, because as we saw against Southern Wake, if they get too excited, they're going to turn the ball over. That turnover-filled first quarter, even though they had a huge lead at the end of the period, could be an indication of something later on in the season if they're not calm coming into the game.
Yes, I talked with the coach from Emerson Waldorf earlier prior to the game, and he said, how did they play against Southern Wake Academy? And I was like, they pressed the entire game. He said, that's what I want. I want them to press. So he said all week they've been trying to break the press, figuring out how to way to break that big man press, as they pretty much set up in a full court man-to-man press with a miss or without a miss, with make baskets and with that. So we got the Mighty Warriors to our left, Emerson Waldorf to our right. The Mighty Warriors played this past weekend against Cape Fear, and I was speaking with Coach before the game, and he said yesterday in practice all they did was lunges. And why he did lunges is they picked up 25 turnovers against Cape Fear. They were able to get a win at Cape Fear, but he said that's why he wanted to do lunges, make sure they know, hey, if we turn it over, something that we don't like. And not many people, especially in basketball, as you're running up and down, your legs are hurting.
Yes.
After doing lunges yesterday.
Well, another thing that a lot of basketball players don't like, suicides. Anyone who's familiar with suicides you run to the free throw line, you start at the baseline, run to the free throw line, run back, run to center court, then run back, then run to the other free throw line, then run back, and then you run all the way. You sprint to one baseline and then back to the other. So a good way to drive the message home for the Warriors, you can't turn the ball over. 2 straight games of 20-plus turnovers, and half of those turnovers in the game that we had against Southern Wake, or most of those turnovers, occurred in the first quarter, and then yet they still raced out to a 23-1 lead.
Yes, and that's exactly what they're planning on doing tonight as they face a smaller, lopsided with grade-wise inexperience, I can say, is Emerson has 5 freshmen in the lineup tonight out of the 9 on the roster. They got 1 sophomore and 3 seniors. That's pretty much signs up their roster. And for the Mighty Warriors, they have 1 freshman listed on the entire roster. So it's definitely going to be an experienced game at tip-off. And we're 6 minutes and 40 seconds away. We're going to step away, and we're going to come right back here inside the Mighty Warriors Den. You're listening to Triangle Sports Hub, Game of the Week.
I'm still growing. I'm getting important lessons about perseverance, teamwork, determination, respect, and dedication to playing sports at my school.
Mom, Dad, Coach, in a few years,
I'll probably forget a lot of the details, but I won't forget the lessons I learned
from the way you act towards my teammates,
coaches, referees, and other fans. What kind of lesson do you want me to learn? I'm one.
Welcome back inside the Mighty Warriors Den. I'm Petey Doris with my colleague Brian Snow. We're moments away from the tip here as the Lady Mighty Warriors take on Emerson Waldorf Gomes. We're going to take a quick national anthem, and we're going to come right back here with the starting lineups for both teams. You're listening to Triangle Sports Hub Game of the Week. Welcome back, friends and family, to the Mighty Warriors Den. I'm Petey Doris with my colleague Brian Snow. We're going to go ahead and start with the starting lineups for tonight's game against the 3-0 Mighty Warriors from Mount Zion and the 0-0, the winless or playless Gomes from Emerson Waldorf. For the visiting Waldorf, they start number 1, a 5'5", 12th grade guard, Sydney Shirts. Number 2, 5'3", a senior also, Chloe Luluma. Then you got number 10, a 5'6", number 12, Phoebe Hubert. Then you have number 42, a 5'7", a 9th grader, Maya Palazzi. Then you have number 43, a 5'4", 9th grader, Stella Hubert. Brian, you want to go ahead and take the starting lineups for the home team, the Mighty Warriors?
Shameen Brown and Savannah Hadley will be in the backcourt, and then they go big up front. Martina Chesick, Kylis Kane, and Ada Ambrosiak round out the starting five as we see Chesick getting introduced, and then Ambrosiak, and here's Kylis Klein, 6'3" Kylis Klein, raised a lot of cane last week with a double-double of 18 points and 13 rebounds. Mount Zion goes white tops, white bottoms with the maroon numbers and lettering. For the Gnomes of Emerson Waldorf, they go purple tops, purple bottoms with the white stripe down either side. The white letters are trimmed in gray. The first quarter of tonight's game is brought to you in part by Grumpy Barbers. With the call of the first quarter, here's Petey Doris.
Thank you very much, Brian, as we have Kane at the center circle with it jumping up against Phoebe Hubert. And Kane controlled the opening tip as the Mighty Warriors worked the right side of their perimeter. And the pass is deflected. Coming down the court is Shirts, and she loses it underneath.
And Brown got it right back.
Yes, Brown brings the ball down the court, coming across the timeline, working right to left, passes it over to Chezik. Chezik down low to Kane.
Got to finish
and Kane
that.
right there with the putback. And headed to the free throw line will be Kane. Kane last game was shot 62% from the free throw line. Tonight she starts off at the charity stripe. Just underway here inside the Mighty Warriors den. First free throw bounce off the front of the rim.
Later on this year, and we know what's going to happen, you got to make your free throws.
You definitely have to make the free throws as the clock is not running right now. Second free throw is up and good. Warriors get on the board. Come out in a full court press. Inbounded the ball underneath over to Lukumi, and she falls on it, and she traveled.
Different kind of press this time. Instead of a man-to-man, they go with a full court trap.
Yes, inbounded the ball from the far side will be Ambrosiak. Ambrosiak bends down, ties her shoes. Facing that 2-3 zone is what the Gones start off in. Inbounded the ball over to Brown. Brown swings the top side to Kane. Kane over to Hazel. Hazel left side to Chezik. Chezik over to Kane. They're working a perimeter is what the Lady Mighty Warriors. Top of the key is Chezik. Chezik right side to Brown. Brown with the 20-footer off the front of the rim. Long rebounded by Kane.
It's too easy.
She puts it right back up.
It's
Mighty
too
Warriors
easy.
lead 2-3.
It is too easy.
With the inbound steal was Brown as she goes up underneath and she is fouled.
Again, it's that press, that trap this time. Instead of man-to-man like they did last week we were here, they went with the trap. And so far it's paid dividends with 3 quick turnovers.
Yes, Brown, looks like the Mighty Warriors come shoe tieless. All shoes untied as Brown bends over, ties her 2 shoes. First shot is no good as she rushed it off the right side of the rim. Mighty Warriors lead 3-0. 1 minute gone here in the first quarter. Second free throw is too hard off the left side. Rebounded by Hubert. Hubert's pass underneath over to Shirts. Shirts full court pass, and it was off the official. The ball is going to stay with the Gnomes.
Oh, it went out of bounds. Off of the, matter of fact, that ball should have been in play. That ball should have been in play because it was picked up before it went out of bounds.
Emerson inbounds the ball right in front of the scores table here. Swings the top side over
Gotcha.
to Shirts, and she gets it stolen by Hazel, and Hazel hits it out of bounds.
Hazel has very, very quick hands. She's able to get into the lane as fast as possible.
Inbounded the ball from the far side is Shirts. Shirts pass up front to
Oh,
Lulumia.
she nearly walked.
Lulumia to Hubert. Hubert back to Shirts. Shirts driving left side, and she is fouled. The foul, picking up the foul is going to be Brown.
Another early foul against the Warriors. We saw that last week.
Inbounding the ball underneath for the Gnomes is Chloe Luluma. Inbounds pass to Shirts. Shirts is trapped on the far baseline. She goes inside the lane. Tries to shoot 2 just to draw the foul, and that's what happens.
You talked about the lunges. They're lunging into the passing lanes right now and able to get steals. And unfortunately, it's cost them.
So Sydney Schertz goes to the free throw line to attempt 2. 6:26 mark here in the first quarter. First shot is too short off the front of the rim.
Too much arc on that free throw.
Bounces twice, spins the ball, puts a shot up, too much backspin off the front of the rim. Long rebounded by Ambrosiak. She looks down the court to Hazel. Hazel cross court pass to Brown, and it's good. Brown with the right-handed layup.
Beautiful pass.
Inbound pass facing a full court press, and it's stolen.
Gotcha.
Oh, loose ball underneath,
Gotcha.
and Ambrosiak comes up with it, goes up with the right side, and she is fouled from behind.
Again, it's that full court trap. They forced 4 turnovers already in the ball game.
Yes, every one of the turnovers have resulted putting the Warriors to the free throw line.
Now they're going to make some free throws.
Ambrosiak shot is good. Checking in the game for the visiting team is Lola Lumia. Checking out in the game is her sister Chloe. On the court for the Gones is Schertz, Laluma, Hubert, Palazzi, and Hubert. On the court for the Mighty Warriors is a starting 5. Coming down the court is Schertz. Schertz right side. Kane with a block underneath. And it's going to send it to the wall.
No soup for you.
Inbound of the ball is Hubert. Hubert underneath the baseline. Right side is inbound the ball, and she was tripped.
Yeah, she was.
And it was Schertz hit the floor. There was no foul. Inbound of the ball is Ambrosiak in front of her bench. Passes it over to Brown. Brown coming across the timeline. Full court pass to Hazel. Back to Brown, top of the key. Looks down low to Kane.
Pass.
Kane down low with a 2.
Nice pass. Second bucket for Kane.
Second bucket for Kane here in the first quarter. 5:50 mark here. As Emerson's trying to get the ball across the court. Kane with a turnover. Loose ball, front court, and Kane comes up with it, looks across court to Ambrosiak, and she turns it over. Bringing the ball down the court is
And they throw it right
Gones,
back.
and they throw it away. Another turnover.
4 turnovers apiece, or excuse me, 6 turnovers against the Gnomes, 4 against the Warriors.
Warriors lead 9-0. 5:34 mark here. Ambrosiak inbounding the ball in front of the scores table. Front court to Brown. Brown works the right side over to Ambrosiak. Ambrosiak attempting the 3, puts the ball on the floor, kicks it over to Kane. 20-footer shot, no good off the front of the rim. Rebounded by Ambrosiak, loose ball out of bounds. And it's going to stay right with the Mighty Warriors. And we have a timeout by the coach. Let's stay right here. It's going to be a 30-second timeout. Brian, first 3 minutes of the game reminds me a little bit of the jitters, just like was the other night, as tonight, still early in the season, 3 games in, and definitely see that with the Gones.
Well, it's what we said. You can't turn the ball over if you're the Warriors right now. You have to stay disciplined. And I know it's tough 3 games into the season figuring out what your discipline is, but you have a height advantage. You have a quickness advantage. You can't give them opportunity to either get back in this game or stay in this game.
Yes, so coming out of timeout for the Mighty Warriors, inbounding the ball underneath will be Hazel. Hazel calls for a pass, hands it off to Kane. Kane shots too hard off the front of the rim, and it's going to be off of the Mighty Warriors.
Kane got another offensive rebound before she lost the ball.
Kane's with 4 offensive rebounds to start the game here. Full court pass.
That's too easy.
Intercepted by Hazel. Hazel working the left side, dribbling left side. Front court pass to Chiswick. Chiswick back to Hazel. Hazel off the right side, and it's no good. Long rebounded by Kane. Hazel has the ball on the baseline over to Chiswick. Chiswick penetrates, dishes it to Ambrosiak for 3, and it's off the back of the rim. And a long rebounded, and it's going to go with a Gnomes from Emerson Waldorf.
Couldn't pick up that second offensive rebound, but they're getting the offensive rebounds. They're just not putting them in the basket.
Yes, 4:53 here in the first quarter as the Mighty Warriors lead.
Out of bounds.
9-0. Stepping out of bounds, ball is going to go with Emerson. Inbounding the ball right in front of their bench will be Hubert. Hubert works the right side, Hubert's pass to Shirts. Shirts coming across the timeline, pass over to, and it's out of bounds.
Another
And
job.
a pass to Palazzi.
Another good job by Kane getting in the passing lane again. Almost creating another turnover.
Batting the ball is Hubert. Hubert's over pass to Shirts. Shirts cross-court pass, 17-footer, and it's off the, and it's out of bounds as she stepped on the baseline with Stella Hubert.
These Warriors represent the Tar Heel Christian Conference. They've won that conference 4 times, and they've won the Capital City Conference once, last in 2017.
Yes, this Hazel shot was airballed and picked up by Kane. Back to Hazel for 2. Hazel extends the lead 11-0. And we have a foul on Hazel from the reach.
That's 2 on Hazel.
We have a substitution checking in as Hadley's checking in for Zion. As checking back in the game is Chloe Laluma. Hazel checks in for... Hadley checks in for Hazel.
Well, she ain't coming in yet because of a uniform violation. You heard the coach just say you have to be ready when they call you at the table.
Batting the ball is Hubert, and it's off the front foot.
And nearly got another steal.
Checking back in the game is Hadley. Hadley's checking back in for Hazel.
And Hazel departs with 2 fouls.
Inbounds pass over to Shirts. Shirts tries to penetrate right side, hands it off to Laluma. Laluma back to Shirts. Shirts for 3, and it's off the left side of the rim and
Going down.
out of bounds. And it's going to the Warriors.
Warriors 4 for 11 coming out of the gate.
Brown brings the ball down the court, fast pace, looks left side to Chezik. Chezik over to Ambrosiak, right side, back to Chezik, baseline 3, and it's good.
That's a deuce.
Just stepped right inside. Ran the ball down the court for the Gones. And
Gotcha.
she steals it with Hubert. Chezik layup and Ambrosiak put back, and it's going to be a timeout. No, I thought he called it a timeout. And it was a timeout. 30-second timeout, 3:37 left here in the first quarter. 16-0. The Mighty Warriors lead. We're going to step away and take a commercial break. We'll be right back here inside the Mighty Warriors den.
This show sponsored by Unforgettables. Unforgettables creates detailed hand-painted baseballs for every baseball fan. Check
What's
them
wrong?
out at unforgettables.com.
Welcome back inside the Mighty Warriors den as Emerson inbounded the ball. Full court pass, and it's out of bounds is Shirts. It's going to be a foul. And the foul is on Chezik.
That's indeed a foul on Chezik. And now they have 4 team fouls.
Hubert inbound the ball at midcourt. Backcourt pass to her sister Hubert. Hubert's pass over to Shirts. Shirts loses it. Finds Laluma. Laluma to Hubert. Hubert back to Shirts. Shirts right side drives, looks down low, finds her man. Shot goes up off the front of the rim and long rebounded by Chezik, and she lost it. Puts it back up for the Waldorf. 16-2, the Warriors lead. Chezik for 3 off the left side, and it's no good. Long rebounded by the Gomes. Picking it up at three-quarter court, and we have another timeout. Emerson Waldorf, we're going to step away. We're going to come right back here inside the Warriors den.
Coming soon, the new wave of hydration and energy drink HIQ. This new product is all natural with no caffeine and gives you a major boost of hydration and energy. No twitching effect or crashing like the old energy drinks. You can visit our website at www.liquidhiq.com. or Twitter at HighQ2015 to learn more about this amazing energy drink. What is your level?
Welcome back inside the Mighty Warriors den as the Mighty Warriors lead 16-2. 2:54 left here in the first quarter. Forced Emerson to take 2 timeouts here. Mr. Bryan, see what the Warriors have in store right now coming out of this timeout. See if the Gomes can break the press.
They're going to stay with, the Warriors are going to stay with that press.
Batted the ball from the far side, hands it off to Schertz. Schertz drives up left side.
Lost the
and
ball.
It's stolen from behind by Ambrosiak. Passed ahead to Chezik. Chezik baseline pass to Hadley. Hadley goes in. Kane right side, no good.
Oh, loose ball foul. Loose ball foul.
Kane with the foul. And
Kane has missed a lot of freebies in the games that we've had her.
yes. As Plazzi gets inbounds pass over to Schertz. Schertz brings the ball up to court, working right side. Shot goes up and it's no good. Rebounded by Kane. Kane's front court pass to Ambrosiak. She goes up left side and it's good. Extends a lead, 18-2.
6 for Ambrosiak.
Ambrosiak with 6 of the 18 for the Mighty Warriors. Bringing the ball down the court across the timeline is Schertz. Schertz cross court pass to Hubert. Hubert back to Schertz. Schertz drives, penetrates, finds Hubert. Hubert shot's no good, rattles out. Hadley pass to Chezik and it's out of bounds.
It's going to stay with the Warriors with 1:58 left in the quarter.
Warriors lead 18-2.
Kind of what we saw last week, isn't it?
Yes. Hadley inbound the ball to Chezik. Chezik back to Hadley. Hadley for 3 and it's no good. Long rebounded by Kane.
Couldn't hold it.
And it goes out of bounds. Coming in the game is Cortus for Emerson Waldorf. Emerson's got a small lineup out there trying to break this press. Man-to-man full court press. Inbound the ball underneath the goal.
There's the trap.
The trap is broken, and it's ahead to Hubert. Hubert right side. Shot goes up, and it's flat off the side of the rim. Rebounded by Hubert. Pass, and it's stolen. Intercepted by Kane. Kane's full court pass to Chezik. Chezik left side to Brown. Brown for 3, and it's flat. Long rebounded by Chezik out of bounds. Kicks it into Ambrosiak. She goes up off the left side, and it's good.
She's got 9.
Ambrosiak went 9 of the 20. Inbounded the ball for the
Another one.
Comes and it's stolen. Underneath is
hold on
Hadley,
to
and
that.
she lost it.
And they
it's
got it
stolen.
back.
Stolen by Chezik. Checks it right side, layup, and it's good.
Second bucket for Chezik.
Chezik working the right side. Goes up strong. Inbounded the ball for the Gomes, and she is
Got you again.
trapped again by Chezik. Chezik steals it, and she goes up left side, and it's good.
She's got 3 straight buckets and another timeout.
And that's a timeout by the Gomes. 44 ticks left here in the first quarter as a trail by 22. 24-2.
We've seen this before. We saw it last week. We saw the jitters early, but it seems like the Warriors have settled down. They are working their press and they're perfecting it. 3 straight steals have turned into 6 points.
Yes, and all of them right there by Chezik.
And they haven't allowed the Gnomes to see midcourt in the last 5 possessions.
So right there, the Gnomes will get the ball underneath the goal again to try to beat the press. On the court is Rice, Hadley, Hazel, Lawrence, and Kane for the Mighty Warriors.
So now the Warriors will go with the Smurf attack and leave Kane defending in the backcourt.
24-2, the Warriors lead. Inbound the ball over to
Gotcha.
Cortez, and it's stolen again, and it's out of bounds. It will stay, it will go with the Warriors. Hazel's underneath their goal. to the left. Inbounds pass over to Hadley. Hadley,
Nice
12-footer
shot.
baseline, and it's good. Great shot by Hadley with the pass by Hansel. Got a trap in front of the table, and its pass is saved by the Gomes, and we have a shot in the lane, and it's no good. Hard off the back of the rim. Coming down with the rebound is Luluma. Luluma left side to Hubert. Hubert driven around the perimeter. 9 seconds left here in the first quarter. Shot by Luluma, and it's air ball, and it's going to go with the Warriors.
4th air ball they've put up.
Warriors working right to left. 4 ticks left here. Inbounding the ball is Hazel. Hazel over to Hadley. Hadley for a 3, and it's short. And that's going to take us to the end of the first quarter. The Mighty Warriors lead 26-2. You're listening to Mount Zion Basketball on Triangle Sports Hub.
It means showing respect for the opposing team.
Being a good host for our visitors.
It's about modeling good behavior and not getting caught up in the emotion of the moment.
It's about winning with humility.
Losing with dignity.
It is about making my high school games.
It's a good memory that I can enjoy for years to come.
Mr. Official,
Mom,
Dad, son,
daughter, coach.
are we in this together?
sportsmanship. Together, we make the right call.
This message has been brought to you by the North Carolina High School Athletic Association.
Welcome back inside the Mighty Warriors Den. I'm Petey Doris with your call tonight. Got Brian Snow going to take over for the second quarter. Brian summing up the first quarter, 26-2. The Mighty Warriors lead.
A little bit of jitters as we kind of were afraid of coming out, but they have settled down. They have forced the Gnomes into 11 first quarter turnovers, but the Gnomes have returned the favor, forcing the Warriors into 6 turnovers.
All right, that was second quarter will be sponsored by Cardinal Dental of Apex. Brian Snow with your call in the second quarter.
Second quarter for the purple-clad Gnomes. They go with Shirts along with Holbert. Both Holberts are on the floor. Shirts, Phoebe Holbert, Stella Holbert, and they're joined by Chloe LaLumia. And it'll be Gnomes ball coming left to right as we see it and as you folks are listening along at home with us. The inbound comes into Plaza, who gives it to Holbert. Phoebe Holbert had her pocket picked by Hazel. Hazel on the fly, right-handed layup miss. Rebound Rice, follow, no. Rebound by Kane, it's tipped out of bounds. A long rebound went to Madison Lawrence, I beg your pardon. Kane unable to hold it, and the ball will go over to the Gnomes.
Lawrence had a great putback, but she was too far underneath the goal for the Mighty Warriors.
And now Hazel nearly coming up with another steal, unable to get it. Let's set your lineups. Shirts along with Phoebe Holbert, Stella Holbert. On the floor also Maya Plaza. It's in play to Phoebe Holbert. Holbert with a long baseball pass ahead to Shirts. Shirts drives right to the lane. Foul called on Rice. First foul on Rice and 16 fouls on the Warriors. Next foul will put them in the bonus. LaLumia will bring the ball in, baseline right. On the play to Schultz, right baseline jump, air ball. Rebound on the floor, still on the floor. Jump ball, it belongs to the Warriors after the Gnomes had the ball to inbound, starting the second quarter. Hazel brings it up. Hazel, Kane, Hadley, Rice, and Lawrence. Rice has it out front to the right side, Kane, left side Kane, left corner Hazel. Took her eyes off the ball and they lost the ball.
See right here if the Gomes can get past half court with a full court press.
Plaza comes in play to Shirts. Shirts on the fly, near side. Shirts picked up the dribble. Now comes out front and a foul called on Lawrence. That's the penalty situation. First foul on Lawrence. Lawrence trying to come up with a steal, and you're hearing the coaches saying calm down. They have to calm down. They know they have the advantage. They're out to a big lead, but now, just like against Southern Wake, you're putting your opponent in the bonus early.
Yes, to be shooting 1-1 as both teams have struggled from the free throw line here in the first quarter.
Chloe LaLumia will head to the free throw line for a 1-1. 7:09 left in the second quarter. 26-2 our score in favor of the Warriors. Lalumia gets ready, spins the ball, shoots the free throw good. She'll get the penalty shot. And that's their first free throw made of the night, and they're only their third point. They were 1 for 11 from the floor in that first period. Second free throw up, second free throw out. Long rebound. Plaza picks it off. Hobart has it this time out front to Lalumia. Lalumia to Schertz. Schertz on the drive to the right. Schertz on the drive. Right hand scoop. No good. Foul called. And again, they'll shoot two. The foul's charged to Hadley. That's her first. 8 fouls on the Warriors here in the first half.
You have to take it full court, right inside.
Schertz's free throw short. She's 0 for 3 from the free throw line tonight. 26-3, 6:57 remaining in quarter number 2. The SHN Sports halftime report at the end of the second quarter. Schertz tries again, missed it. Rebound chased down by Kane. Another offensive rebound for Kane, 6 of them so far. Hazel across into the front court off to the right. Rice out front now finds Hadley. Hadley had her pass picked by Schertz, but it's out of bounds. And it will stay with the Warriors. 6:43 for the second quarter. 26-3 our score. Warriors yet to scratch here in the second period. Hazel off to the right. Out front it comes to Lawrence. Lawrence a right-handed dribble. Chased out by Schertz. Bounce pass left side to Rice. Rice picks up the dribble. Cross-court pass to Hadley. Hadley on the drive in for the right. 15-footer short. Rebound tip to Lawrence. Lawrence trying to come out of there with it. Jump ball. It'll belong to the Gnomes.
Great hustle by Lawrence to stay with it, even though the possession arrow was to the Gnomes.
Another offensive rebound. We're going to see Brown come back in as this Smurf attack is having trouble against the Gnomes. In play to Playa. Out front it comes to Lalumia. Lalumia to the right side for Stella Hobart. Out front for Schertz. Schertz on the weave to the right. Schertz on the drive to the baseline. Forces the shot up, no good. It's going to go out of bounds, and it will belong to the Warriors. Shameen Brown back in. And who goes out? It'll be Kane that'll go out for her first rest. So Kane departs with 4 points and so far 8 rebounds. In play to Schertz, couldn't get it. Rebound comes down to Hazel, ahead to Brown on the fly. Righty layup, short. Follow Lawrence, no. Ball out of bounds, stays with the Warriors.
As Brown right there with the layup was too comfortable and just went flat with it.
Yeah, very flat.
Lazy.
In play to Brown, out front. Brown on the drive to the right, lost the ball, able to gather it in. A deep three from the right is no good. Rebound snatched down by Plaza. And that foul is charged to Madison Lawrence. She's got 2 fouls. 9 fouls on the Warriors.
With the Warriors being aggressive just like the other night, forces the Gnomes to the free throw line.
Yep.
1 short of the double bonus.
And Lalumia will head to the free throw line. She's 1 for 2 so far tonight. And we'll see Jaden Rigsby on the floor right now. So Rigsby comes in and Brown will depart. So both teams going with a short lineup for this stretch. Lalumia 1 for 2 from the line. Free throw here. Bank no. Rebound Hazel. Hazel claims the rebound, and here she comes on the fly to the right. Hazel on the drive into the lane. Left hand scoop is good off the glass.
Great coast to coast right there by Hazel. Put the Warriors back on the board. Warriors are cold for the first 3 minutes.
That's their first bucket of the second period. They dump it underneath to Hobart, and she scoops it in off the glass. That's their first field goal of the second period.
Great quick shot by Stella Hubert for the Gnomes.
28-5, 5:15 left in the half. On the left side is Rice. Rice with a right-handed dribble out front, plays it to Lawrence. Lawrence out near the timeline, pocket pick by Schertz. Schertz on the drive to the right, stops, 18-footer, got it.
High floater right there by Schertz. Is able to get the Gnomes on the scoreboard for 2 consecutive trips with points.
Here they come back into the game, 28-7, 4:50 left, second quarter. Lawrence has it out to the left. Lawrence standing dribble with a right hand and a timeout called. And a good call, a good timeout called by the coach. No one knew what they were doing for Mount Zion. So when you play with a big lead, you get very complacent. He took his starters out of the game trying to see what his bench can do, and so far they've been rattled by this Gnomes pressure.
Yes, as the Gnomes got their first 2 consecutive trips down with baskets. They still trail by 21, but they do have some momentum coming in towards the end of the second quarter.
And the last thing you need if you're Mount Zion is to have momentum working against you when it took you a while to build this big lead.
Yes, 4:45 left here until the SHN Sports halftime as the Mighty Warriors lead the Gnomes 28-7.
They got 6 players on the court. Or do they? No, they. Nope, they have 5. It looked like they had 6 for a moment. Hazel, Brown, Lawrence, Rice, and Rigsby. Lawrence has it out front with a standing dribble. Now finds Hazel off to the right, trying to calm this crew down. Hazel picks up her dribble, finds Rice. In the right corner is Brown. Brown comes out front to Lawrence between the rings. Standing dribble with a right hand. Now Lawrence backs up near the timeline. Bounce pass to Rigsby outside left. Rigsby holds and looks, comes back out front to Lawrence, and her pocket pick by Shirts again. Shirts on the fly all the way with a right-handed scoop. It's in.
It's 3 straight trips.
They've scored 6 in a row, and it's 28-9 and 4:14 remaining in quarter number 2. Brown has it out front. On the left side is Lawrence. Lawrence, couple bounces, comes out front to Rice. Bounce pass right side, Hazel. Right corner, Brown on the drive to the right baseline. Goes all the way up. Nope. Foul called, and Brown shoots 2.
Great penetration by Brown to get closer into the basket. Going up strong. She knew she was going to get fouled as she went up strong.
Albert with a foul. 14 fouls on the Gnomes here in the first half. More discipline by the Gnomes, even though they're down by 19. Brown gets ready, offers the free throw. Good. And that is her 3rd point of the game. She's 1 for 3 so far from the free throw line. 29-9. I beg your pardon, is our score. Second quarter. Brown tries again. Good. She gets 2.
First time the Mighty Warriors have sunk 2 consecutive free throws tonight.
And now against pressure, they come into Plaza. Ahead to Shirts. Shirts on the fly. All the way in. Scoop layup. Good with the right hand.
4 straight points right there by Shirts as she is the leading point guard for the Gnomes.
6 in the game for Shirts. Hazel has it out front between the circles. 3:45 left in the half. Hazel crosses over. 15-footer. Banked it in.
Great floater right there by Mighty Warriors to get back on the board.
4 in the quarter and 6 for the game. Here comes Shirts on the drive again. She's picked off, but a foul called.
That will send Shirts to the free throw line.
And if that's Hazel, that's 3. It is. 3 fouls on Hazel. That'll send Chesick back into the game. And Shirts back to the free throw line where she is 0 for 4. You just heard the coach say you got to stop reaching. We talked about that in pregame. Shirts' free throw. Got it. That's her first one.
1 for 5 for Shirts from the free throw line here.
Chesick in. Hazel out. Stella Hulbert is out. And in for the first time, Alba Gutierrez. Free throw number 2 by Shirts. Rimming no. Rebound tip to the floor, and Rigsby able to bring it down. Shameen Brown has it on the push. A bounce pass to Chesick. Chesick splits the double team. Ball free. Gnomes come up with a steal, and back they come the other way, far side. Shirts has it out front to Hulbert. Hulbert to the right side for Playa. Out front it comes to Cordes. Cordes to Playa. Over the top pass to Hulbert. Hulbert backs in. Fakes right to the lane. Comes up shooting. Missing. Rebound on the floor. Comes down to Lawrence. Lawrence trots it up across the timeline. 2:58 for the half. Lawrence a standing dribble. Another steal by Shirts. Out of bounds. It belongs to the Gnomes. Shirts is able to pick off the pass and tap it off of the Warriors. Alyssa Ellerby on the floor for the first time. Lawrence goes out.
Went right off of Brown's foot from the right side.
From the free throw, from the timeline, they look to come in. They come into Shirts. Here comes Shirts on the fly. A scoop layup, banked it in again. They're allowing Shirts to get her points, and she's given him the confidence to get back in this game. 32-14 and 2:40 for the half. Here comes Chesick on the drive right of the lane. All the way, lost the ball. No foul call there.
No whistle as Chezik was hacked underneath as she went up.
That she was. Chloe Lalumia back in. Shirts comes out. Stella Holbert comes back in, and now maybe the Warriors can put a run together. Baseline right to come into Chezik. Chezik on the drive, right baseline, scoops in, goes up for the reverse, got hacked, no call. Rebound on the floor, Ellaby comes up with it. Ellaby gets in the lane, and a jump ball.
And it's going to stay right with the Mighty Warriors. Inbounding the ball underneath will be the Warriors. Is Rice.
Rice will bring it in, baseline right, 2:27 left in the first half. Looks to come in, it's stolen by Holbert. 11 turnovers against the Warriors, but getting it back was Satira Rice. She gets her first bucket, 34-14, and 2:15 and counting left in the first half. Baseline right, they look to come in against full court pressure. They look to come in. Rice picks it off in the Gnomes front court. Here comes Rice on the dribble, finds Brown. Brown stops, three-point stripe to the right, picks up her dribble, whips a pass to Rigsby. She comes up shooting, missing. Rebound on the floor. Jump ball coming. Yep, it'll go to the Gnomes.
As 2 consecutive jump balls down underneath the Mighty Warriors goal. Checking back in for the Gnomes is
Phoebe Holbert comes on for the first time.
They're going to drop out of the full court press.
Chezik, Ellaby, Brown, Rice, and Rigsby. And they allow Emerson to bring the ball up. Here comes Stella Holbert across the timeline into the front court. Now they come with the trap. Ball tapped out of bounds. It belongs to the Warriors. Wow.
Might have had a miss call right there. Comes with the Warriors.
Rice comes into Brown, and immediately she throws it away. That pass is picked off, tapped out of bounds. Which way? Which way? It'll go to the Gnomes with 1:39 left in the first half. Not a good first half by the Warriors. You say that with them up 20, but you got the feeling this game is in doubt. With the Gnomes making a run, getting back into the game. Over to the right side for Holbert. Holbert trapped on the right baseline, comes back out front to Cordes. Cordes on the drive into the lane. Has her pocket picked again. It's out of bounds. It'll stay with the Gnomes with 1:28 left in the first half. Setting her lineup for you very quickly. Chloe Lalumia joins Phoebe Holbert. On the floor also is Audrey Cordes, Stella Holbert. So both Holberts are on the floor. Here comes Holbert on the drive all the way. And that's Lalumia who gets fouled going to the basket. That foul is charged to Chezik, and she's got 2 fouls. So this entire team for the Warriors, whoever's been on the floor, they've gotten into foul trouble.
Yes, too aggressive on defense, which aggressive is not bad, but you definitely don't want to get in foul trouble. One thing about the Gnomes, they haven't been hitting their free throws.
And they missed that one there as Lalumia is now 1 for 4 from the free throw line. Ellaby, Chezik, Rigsby, Brown, and Rice on the floor for the Warriors. White tops, white bottoms with the maroon numbers and lettering. Lalumia gets ready, offers the second free throw. Nope, rebound snatched down by Chezik. Her 4th rebound. Chezik has it on the push in the front court. Chezik all the way to the right baseline, picks up the dribble, whips a pass out front to Rigsby. On the left side is Brown. Brown steps with an 18-footer in and out. Rebound comes down to Plaza. 50 seconds for the half. This is the Cardinal Dental final minute. Ball picked off. Rice trying to save it. Out of bounds. It'll stay with the Gnomes with 47.3 left in the first half. They're trying to make the incredible play, but they're not making the basic play.
Yes. As you can hear a coach in the background saying, find your man, and inbounding the ball. Lalumia
to come in. She comes in play to Holbert. Holbert walk, no call, gets in the lane, 10-footer, nope. Gets a rebound, follow, no! Rebound to Ellerby. Ellerby is fouled. That foul is charged to Plaza. That's 2 fouls on Plaza. 5th foul on the Gnomes. 38.2 left in the first half. If you're the Warriors, you want to run this clock out and take a 20-point lead at least into the half. Rice has it off to the right. Out front it comes to Rigsby. Rigsby finds Chesick, and Chesick walking out near the timeline. 25 seconds left in the first half. Rigsby standing dribble between the circles. Backs out near the timeline. Rigsby with a right-handed dribble, switches hands, works away to the right against the 2-3 zone. Chest pass to Brown on the left wing. 13, 12, 11. Brown on the walk to the right. Finds Rigsby. 8 seconds, now 7. Rice has it. Baseline jump. Rimming, no. Rebound Chesick. Follow, nope. Rebound tip. Comes down. 2, 1, and that's the half. So again, Mount Zion, 3 shots at the target, but they're unable to come away with points.
Yes, as the Mighty Warriors lead 34-14, we're going to step away and come right back here with SHN Sports Halftime Report. You listen to Mount Zion Basketball on Triangle Sports Hub.
Unforgettables. Nice. This show sponsored by Unforgettables. Unforgettables creates detailed hand-painted baseballs for every baseball fan. Check them out at unforgettables.com.
I'm a student athlete, which means I'm still learning.
I'm still growing.
I'm getting important lessons about perseverance, teamwork, determination, respect, and dedication to playing sports at my school.
Mom, Dad, Coach, in a few years,
I'll probably forget a lot of the details, but I won't forget the lessons I learned.
from the way you act towards my teammates,
Coaches, referees, and other fans. What kind of lesson do you want me to learn? I'm watching.
This message has been brought to you by the North Carolina High School Athletic Association.
Welcome back, family and friends, inside the Mighty Warriors Den at halftime. 34, the Mighty Warriors, the 14 to the Gnomes. Brian, summing up the first half, second quarter, the Gnomes offense came alive.
For one of the few times this year, the Warriors were outscored. They were outscored 12-8 in that second quarter, and there were so many chances for the Warriors to really put this game away. But what they did was they allowed the Gnomes to get back into the contest by committing some very silly turnovers.
Yes, turnovers was a big, but once the Mighty Warriors went to a smaller lineup, that's when, but at this time of the season, beginning of the season, you definitely want to go to a smaller lineup to see what you have going forward with the season.
Absolutely.
So the Gnomes trail 34-20. The biggest lead has been 27. So we'll see exactly how the Gnomes offense comes out here in the second half. Leading scorers in the first half were.
Leading scorers in the first half, Anna Ambrosiak finished with 9 to lead the Warriors, and Sydney Schertz got all 9 in the second quarter of her points. So 9 is the high water mark right now. 34-14 is our score here at halftime. We're going to take a pause for the break, and we'll come back with the third quarter of tonight's game. If you're listening to us on Arena Sportsnet, SHN Sports, and Triangle Sports Hub, we thank you. This is the Mount Zion Mighty Warriors Radio Network.
Show sponsored by Unforgettables. Unforgettables creates detailed hand-painted baseballs for every baseball fan. Check them out at unforgettables.com. Carolina Security Consultants is your residential security consultants leader. Our security assessment is custom tailored for each project. Give Danny a call, 336-312-5326. Make sure to tell them 3 and Out sent you.
Welcome back. Starting of the second half, just under a minute to go of halftime. The Mighty Warriors look to extend the lead tonight to start the season off 4-0 and drop the Gnomes to 0-1.
The third quarter of tonight's game is brought to you in part by Network One Sports, the main house of the Triangle Sports Hub. And my thanks to Petey Doris and the good folks at Network One and the Triangle Sports Hub for allowing yours truly to come along for the ride. Warriors go left to right in the second half. Gnomes come right to left with the third quarter call. Here's Petey Doris.
Inbounding the ball is Ambrosiak. Front court over to Hazel. Hazel calls a play left side. Hands it over to Chezik. Hazel cuts the paint, finds Ambrosiak. Ambrosiak for 3, and it's no good. Long rebounded for the Gnomes. Front court pass to Schertz right side. She guarded tightly by Ambrosiak. Looks like they're going to a man-to-man defense. The Warriors on the Gnomes. Working right side is Schertz. Schertz bounce pass down low, and shot goes up too hard. Rebounded by Hazel. Hazel's front court pass to Chezik. Chezik's pass down low to Kane. Kane with a hard layup, and it's no good. Kane with a putback, and it's no good. Long pass to Schertz. Schertz working right side. Pass to Laluma, and the shot goes up, and it's no good. Hit off the foot of Palazzi, out of bounds.
Man, I tell you what, chance after chance after chance, and I said it with Kane before, and I'll say it again. She's missing a lot of chippies. You don't want to miss those early or late in the season.
Working left to right is Hazel coming across the timeline between both circles. Swings it over left side to Ambrosiak, down low to Kane. Kane goes up strong, and it's there.
Gotta go up strong. Gotta go up strong, and she did.
Great execution basketball right there by Kane and Ambrosiak with the pass. Fundamentals of basketball, working right to left as it goes. Goes coming across timeline, right side, over to Schertz. Schertz dribbling right side, right-handed. Swings around, crosses up, drives, penetrates, kicks it out to, shot goes up, and it was an air ball by Stella Hubert. Working the right side is Chezik. Chezik's shot's no good with the putback by Kane, and it's no good either.
Well, we got a foul coming up.
We have a foul on the Gnomes.
And that's on Plaza, and that's her third.
Sends Kane to the free throw line. 6:25 left here in the third quarter. Third quarter is brought to you by Network One Sports. Kane heads to the free throw line. To our right, checking in the game for the Gnomes will be Audrey Cortus.
That's a big free throw for Kane. Big free throw for Kane.
Yes, gives Kane some momentum going into the second half as the Mighty Warriors up 37-14. Working left to right. Kane second free throw. High bounce and it gets a shooter's roll. Goes through. Inbounded the ball to Shirts. Shirts over to Hubert. Hubert comes across timeline, working the right side. Looking for a man. Turns it over to Ambrosiak. Ambrosiak to Hazel. Hazel coming across the timeline. Working left side to Chezik. Chezik down low to Ambrosiak. Shot goes up and is short. And a rebounded by Lalumia. Lalumia to Shirts. Shirts coming across the timeline, guarded by Kane. Kane picks her up and she is fouled. And it's on Kane.
Two on Kane.
That is the first team foul in the second half. As we know here in high school basketball, 17 fouls is 1-1, 10 double bonus. Inbounded the ball in front of their benches. Shirts passed it, was intercepted by Kane. Kane working right side and it's good.
Now she's getting ready to assert herself.
Yes, as Mighty Warriors up 40-14. Inbound pass intercepted by Chezik, and she travels on the ground.
11 points, 9 rebounds for Kane. I know my rebound total is a little bit off. I'm thinking that she has a double-double, but 11 points for Kane.
Down the ball, far side, right side. Inbounds the ball to Stella Hubert. Hubert coming across timeline finds Shirts. Shirts left side, 20-footer, and it's in and out. Long rebounded by Hubert. Hubert's shot, baseline, no good. Rebound by Hazel. Hazel's front court pass to Chezik. Chezik behind the back to Ambrosiak, and it's good.
Wow. Absolute wow.
As both Polish girls trailed each other, and a great pass by Chezik to Ambrosiak from behind the back. Long three, top of the key is no good. Long rebounded by Lalumia. Lalumia working the left side over to Hubert. Hubert coming across front court, right side, and it's intercepted by Chezik. Chezik tries to save it. Kane comes up with it. Bounce pass ahead to Ambrosiak. Right side, too hard, and rebounded by the Gones.
She was that open.
Bringing the ball up the court is Hubert. Hubert left side to Shirts. Shirts cart close pass, and it's no good. Shot coming down with it is Chezik. Chezik's working right side. She goes up, puts elbow in it, and she is going to do the free throw line, shooting 2. Foul was on Chloe Lalumia.
One thing I've noticed with the Warriors, and you can attribute this to early in the season, I just heard the coach say it, we are jogging down the court when we need to be sprinting.
Yes. Chezik headed to the free throw line, a senior, 6 foot, power forward.
You want to invoke a lot of discipline with, this talented of a ball club.
Chezik bounced 3 times, spins the ball. First shot is good. 4:31 left here in the third quarter. Checking in the game will be Lalumia and Hubert. Let's set your lineups real quick for the Gnomes. Lalumia is on the court. Hubert, Palazzi, and Shirts. Second shot is good by Chezik. Chezik, Ambrosiak, Brown, Kane, and Hazel is the 5 on the court for the Mighty Warriors. Brown's got the ball on the right side. Front court pass to Hubert, and it's no good. Ambrosiak with the putback, and it rolls out. As back
over and back.
Have it over and back, a careless mistake right there. As the Gnomes are definitely young. 5 freshmen on the court for the Gnomes. Ambrosiak inbounded the ball across court at midcourt.
If you're Mount Zion, you want to take advantage of this small lineup right now.
Hazel's pass to Brown just about picked Brown comes up with it, takes a 20-foot shot off the left side, and it's air ball.
Not the shot you want.
And it's Kane tries to save it, and it's out of bounds. Kane stepped on the baseline. Hubert inbounded the ball to Schertz. Schertz comes across three-quarter court, guarded tightly by Ambrosiak. Ambrosiak, she spins off Ambrosiak, driving down the paint, finger rolling, it's right side, and it's good.
Give her 11.
Schertz with a power drive, coast to coast, saw room, and answers back as Brown, but the shot was too hard. Coming down with it is Brown.
Loose ball foul.
The foul is on
Hazel. That's 4.
Hazel with the foul. 4 fouls. 3:29 left here in the Network One Sports third quarter. Working left to right, we have a 30-second timeout. We're going to step away ourselves. You're listening to Mount Zion Basketball on Triangle Sports Hub and NetworkOneSports.com.
It's a lot of things.
It means showing respect for the opposing team.
Being a good host for our visitors.
It's about modeling good behavior and not getting caught up in the emotion of the moment.
It's about winning with humility.
Losing with dignity.
It is about making my high school games.
It's a good memory that I can enjoy for years to come.
Mr. Official,
Mom,
Dad, son,
daughter, coach.
are we in this together?
sportsmanship. Together, we make the right call.
This message has been brought to you by the North Carolina High School Athletic Association.
Welcome back out of the timeout as the Mighty Warriors lead 44-16. 3:30 left here in the third quarter. I'm Petey Norris with your call tonight with my colleague Brian Snow. Brian, first half of the third quarter, what do you see out there?
Still see the Warriors struggling a little bit to get into their offense, but taking advantage of opportunities when they get them.
Inbounding the ball from left to right is the Gones, and
Easy pick.
Pass was deflected by Ambrosiak, and it's going to go back with the Warriors.
That's a good call.
As the coach is heated, as he says, stop making the game close. Working right side is Hadley. Hadley over to Chezik. Chezik back to Ambrosiak for three, and it's good. Ambrosiak, left side three.
14 for Ambrosiak, 5 here in the third.
Full court pressure is the Mighty Warriors, and it's out of bounds.
Only one bucket for the Gnomes here in the third quarter.
2:56 left here. As we have not seen a 42-point lead, so the clock will continue to stop. As Ambrosiak baseline right side three is short. Rebounded by the Gnomes. As she is trapped, Ambrosiak with the steal. Underneath, shot goes up, and it's good. And it's Rice with the two.
Wow.
Ambrosiak guarded tightly on Schertz, and Ambrosiak just about stripped her as Schertz goes baseline, and it's good off the right side.
13 for Schertz.
42-18 is your score. 2:29 left here in the third quarter. Network One Sports sponsors as Schertz picks her pocket, goes up right side, and is flat. Hazel to Hadley. Hadley coming across timeline, looking down low to Rice. Rice with the jumper, and it's no good. Put back. High glass, no good. Long rebounded by Ambrosiak, and it's good. As Rice with two shots underneath and could not get nothing to fall. Thank God Ambrosiak was right there to put it back. Working right to left. And we have a foul. And the foul is on Rice.
2 on Rice, 3 on the team.
Schertz comes out for Schertz out and Laluma out for the Gnomes. Gnomes inbound the ball mid-court. Backcourt over to Hubert. Stella Hubert coming across the timeline between the circles. Front left side pass, and it's
jump ball.
Jump ball tied up by Laluma and Ambrosiak. As coach is heated from the Mighty Warriors. Inbounded the ball for the left side over to, and she double dribble was Chloe Laluma. Let's set your lineups real quick. Laluma, Palazzi, Hubert, and Hubert on the court for the Gnomes. Bringing the ball down the court is Hadley. Hadley left side, right side. Goes up in the lane, puts up a shot, and it count the basket as Hadley. Shot was a runner off the right side, and it's good.
4 for Hadley, +1 coming up.
Hadley headed to the free throw line to try to old-fashioned 1-and-1. Shot is up and it's good. Extend the lead, 54-18. Inbounded the ball underneath is Hubert. Hubert right side over to her sister Stella Hubert, and she is forced out of bounds. And a foul by Ambrosiak.
That's her first.
Ambrosiak's first, team's fourth. Inbounded the ball, and it's loose ball, and coming down with it is LaLumia, and it's going to stay right with the Gnomes on their side of the court. Inbounding the ball is LaLumia in front of her bench.
Why are they still reaching for the ball?
I have no clue what the defense is doing right here. Is right side is Hubert, and we have a scoop, and it's no good, and it was Hubert right there with the shot. Ambrosiak working the left side of the paint, follow to the court, finds Chezik. Chezik puts up a shot from 14 foot out, and it's no good. We stay right with.
Good job by Ambrosiak, able to find her teammate as she was falling to the floor. Had she fallen all the way to the floor, she'd have been called for a travel.
Ambrosiak grabbing that right ankle. She tightens up her shoe as she walks off the court. Looked like she might have tweaked that ankle.
Yeah.
She was going down. As inbound the ball to Chezik. Chezik back to Hazel, as Hazel's two is good. Picks up her dribble in the front court as Hazel intercepts it at the timeline. Hazel working right side, scoops, goes up, and it's off the back of the rim. He's going to put Hazel to the free throw line inside the Network One Sports third quarter. The Mighty Warriors lead 56-18, 14 fouls each in the third quarter. First shot by Hazel rolls off the left side of the rim. Set the lineup is Brown, Hazel, Rice, Hadley, and Chezik.
May see the bigs finish the game tonight for the Warriors.
Second shot is good for Hazel. Hubert inbound the ball, finds her man, and she loses
nice
this.
pick.
And we have two turnovers right back to back there as the Gnomes come across the timeline is Hubert. Hubert works top of the key over to her sister. Hubert working left side, and we have a foul, and the foul is going to be on Rice. It's going to be the 15 foul for the Warriors. 34 seconds left here in the third quarter. Hubert inbounding the ball underneath her basket, left side. Bounce pass to her sister, and a shot goes up. Hubert, right side is no good. Chezik with the cross-court pass to Hadley as she travels.
Oh, man.
Hadley with the big, long Euro step.
Yeah, big time.
Hubert inbound the ball, bounce pass to Hadley. Hadley pass into paint to Brown. Brown goes up, and no call. 19 seconds left here in the third quarter. Pass down the court of Rice. 12 seconds, 11 seconds. Hadley comes across the timeline, finds Hazel. Hazel top of the key, 5 seconds. Left side of Chezik for three, and it's no good. Rebounded by the Gnomes, and that's going to bring us to the third quarter. And the Mighty Warriors lead 57-18. We'll come right back here with the final quarter. You're listening to Mount Zion Basketball on Triangle Sports Hub.
Coming soon, the new wave of hydration and energy drink HIQ. This new product is all natural with no caffeine and gives you a major boost of hydration and energy. No twitching effect or crashing like the old energy drinks. You can visit our website at www.liquidhiq.com or Twitter at HiQ2015. to learn more about this amazing energy.
Welcome back.
What is your level?
Got final 8 minutes to go here as the Mighty Warriors lead 57-18. The fourth quarter is going to be sponsored by Creech Chiropractic of Apex. With your call will be my man, Brian Snow.
I thank you very much, Pete, as we get ready to start the fourth quarter, or as I like to call it, the money period.
Yes, everything in this quarter counts as everything in the game counts, but with the big lead, 57-18, Mighty Warriors will improve to 4-0.
Hazel, Brown, Rigsby, Ellerby, and Rice, the five on the floor for the Warriors. Emerson counters with Hulbert along both Hulbert's shirts. Chloe LaLumia and Plaza. So there's your start. There's your five. That starts the fourth quarter. Rice has it off to the left. Over the top pass intended for Ellerby, out of bounds. It will stay with the Mighty Warriors. They look to come in. They come and play to Rigsby. Out front it comes to Brown. Brown dancing on the dribble. Now finds Rice back to Brown. Brown on the drive. 15-footer off the back of the rim. Rebound comes down on the floor to Rice. To Brown. She traveled. 25 turnovers tonight. And now, quickly they come into Shirts. Shirts on the fly. In from the right. Banked it in off the glass.
Looks like Shirts pushed it up and was able to get away with it.
57-20. 7:25 left. Shirts got a hand on it. It stays in play. Rigsby, and timeout called by the Warriors. The coach is very frustrated, even though they're up by 37 points, but they've surrendered the ball 25 times.
Yes, 25 turnovers by the Mighty Warriors. One thing I say about the turnovers is way too much. They're being very aggressive in the defensive side of the game.
57-20 our score. 7:20 remaining in the contest. It'll be Rice, Rigsby, Ellerby, Brown, and Hazel. So two starters on the floor for the Warriors. As Rice looks to come in, comes in play to Brown. Brown deep on the right wing. Shirts comes after her. Here comes Brown on the drive to the right. Picks up the dribble. Over the top pass to Hazel out between the rings. Hazel trapped. Finds Brown on the right wing. Unleashes a three, and it's an air ball. Rebound saved by Rigsby. In play to Ellerby. In play to Rigsby. And Rigsby comes up with another offensive rebound. Hazel has it deep on the left wing. Facing a trap, now finds Rice. Bounce pass to Brown, out front, Hazel. Hazel between the circles to the right side for Brown. And an offensive foul called against Ellerby. 16 fouls.
Yes, as the coach is heated for the Mighty Warriors on that call.
Here they come with the full court trap again. It's worked only to a point. Here comes Chloe LaLumia on the drive with a right-handed layup. It's good. 5 points for Chloe LaLumia. It's 57-22 and 6.5 for the money period. Brown trots it up. Across the timeline into the front court. Bounce pass right side to Rigsby. Over the top pass intended for Rice. Batted out to Brown. Brown finds Hazel. A three out of the left corner. Got it! Are they going to give her two? They're going to give her three. They're going to give her two. 59-14. In the front court is Hulbert. Hulbert off to the left. Chloe LaLumia has it this time. Travel.
As LaLumia was right on her back was Rice. LaLumia don't believe she traveled as Rice was pushing her from behind.
Madison Lawrence comes in. Satira Rice comes out. Ambrosiak looks to come back in just a moment.
Ambrosiak goes in for Brown.
So it's Ambrosiak, Hazel. Ellerby as now Ambrosiak brings it up. Yep. Ambrosiak in the front court finds Lawrence off to the left. Out front it comes to Ambrosiak. Shirts nearly picked her pocket. Hazel gets it back on the left wing. Here comes Hazel with a high dribble. Stops, 15-footer. Banked it in again.
Great penetration right there by Hazel and got the dish and puts up for two.
It was two. That corner shot that Hazel hit was a two. Here's Shirts for three. That's long. Rebound Holbert. Holbert on the floor with Ambrosiak. Holbert still on the floor. Tipped out of bounds. It'll stay with the Gnomes with 5:25 left in the money period. Fourth quarter tonight brought to you by Creech Chiropractic. I can't talk tonight. It's an Apex. I got that part right. They come and play to Holbert. Holbert has it on the left wing. Gives it to Shirts. Shirts on the drive in for the left. Lost the ball. Hazel comes up with a 7th steal of the night. Hazel trots it up in the front court. Hazel started to dribble on the drive right of the lane. Goes all the way and banks it in again. 3 in a row off the glass for Hazel. And it's 63-22 and 5:05 left. Here's the 41-point limit. Shirts falls down to the dribble. Ambrosiak a steal. Ambrosiak on the drive. Gets it up. No good. Ambrosiak the rebound. Follow. Got it. Her first points of the money period. And here's the barrier for the clock to keep running. Holbert trots it up. It's a sloppy win, but a win nonetheless. But the Warriors have a lot to clean up. Rice will come on for the Warriors in just a moment. Rigsby nearly had a steal. Here comes Holbert on the drive in the lane. Missed the shot, no good. Ellerby the rebound to Hazel. 4.5 minutes left. Hazel a long pass ahead, picked off by Phoebe Holbert, and we get a foul. It's on Ambrosiak. That's her second, and that's a 1-and-1 situation for the Gnomes.
Ambrosiak being too aggressive right there with a pass.
How many times have we said that tonight?
One thing about the Mighty Warriors, they are very aggressive on both sides of the ball.
That they are.
As each game this season, they've definitely earned their fouls.
It'll be Phoebe Holbert to the free throw line for one of the bonus. She's got to get the front end to not only stop the clock, but also get the penalty shot. 3:45 and counting with the 42-point deficit. Holbert steps to the free throw line. Little noise here in the Warriors' den. Free throw number one is a brick, and the rebound chased down by Holbert. Ahead to Shirts on the fly, lays it in and draws the foul.
Shirts with the long rebound off the missed free throw.
17 points for Shirts tonight. 8 fouls now on the Warriors. Shirts shooting for point number 18. It's on the way, and it's short. Rebound on the floor, and Plaza comes up with a rebound. Baseline jump good for Chloe LaLumia. She's got 4 in the quarter. 65-26, 2:50 left. Satira Rice in the front court, calling a play out front between the rings. Shirts gets her, and Shirts picked her pocket. She's got 8 steals. Shirts on the drive, right-hand scoop, no good. Foul called, and Shirts will shoot 2 more.
As the clock continues to run here in the final money quarter as the Mighty Warriors lead 65-26. Shirts attempting a free throw. She just missed her previous one.
Shirts' free throw, no, off the back of the rim.
And none of the players knew what was going on, if it was shooting 2 or shooting 1-and-1.
It's a 2-shot foul. Shirts gets ready, offers the second free throw, in and out, back in again. So Shirts gets 1 of 2, 18 points tonight for Sydney Shirts, the senior guard. Ambrosiak off to the left. Ambrosiak calls a play out front. Switches hands on the dribble, picks up her dribble, now finds Madison Lawrence. Lawrence off to the left. Lawrence turns on the dribble, and a 3-second violation going down the other way.
Looks like 3-second call was on Ellerby.
And now back in, Alva Gutierrez only in for the second time tonight. Maya Plaza will call it an evening. 65-27 and 1:25 remaining in regulation time, or remaining in the game. Shirts straddling the sideline. Has it in play to Chloe LaLumia. LaLumia on the fly in from the right, and we get a whistle out front.
Whistles are still blowing. Just 120 seconds left here. Shy of 120 seconds here in the final quarter.
And now we're at 60 seconds and counting. To the free throw line comes Phoebe Holberg for one in the bonus. 55 seconds left. Free throw on the way. No good. So she'll get the second of two. 65-27. 35 seconds left. There's probably one possession left in this ball game. Free throw number 2. Got it. So LaLumia splits a pair. 20 seconds left. Ambrosiak picks up the dribble. Has Rigsby out front to Ambrosiak on the drive. 14-footer. Bank no. Rebound on the floor. Out of bounds. It'll belong to Mount Zion, and 5 seconds remain. They don't have to inbound the ball. They come into Ambrosiak, and this game's over.
And the Mighty Warriors improved to 4-0 with a 65-28 victory over the Mighty Lady Gnomes from Emerson Waldorf. You're listening to Mighty Warriors basketball on Triangle Sports Hub. We'll come right back here with Triangle Sports Hub postgame.
Showing respect for the opposing team.
Being a good host for our visitors. It's about modeling good behavior and not getting caught up in the emotion of the moment.
It's about winning with
Hey,
humility.
who you want to talk to?
Losing with dignity.
It is about making my high school games.
It's a good memory that I can enjoy for years to come.
Mr. Official,
Mom,
Dad, son,
daughter,
Coach, are we in this together?
sportsmanship. Together, we make the right call.
this message has been brought to you by the North Carolina High School Athletic Association.
Coming soon, the new wave of hydration and energy drink HIQ. This new product is all natural with no caffeine and gives you a major boost of hydration and energy. No twitching effect or cracking with the old energy.
We are back here in the Triangle Sports Hub postgame show. Final score 65-28 in favor of the Mount Zion Lady Warriors. Our player of the game, she wears double tray. Ada Ambrosiak, 18 points, 9 assists, 9 steals on the night. It seemed like you guys were sloppy for most of the evening, but when it was time for y'all to get it together, you got it together.
Yes, we are playing good. I think we more energy because we started little slowly, but we come back and we'll play better because we are good team.
Early offensive rebounds kept you guys in the contest. You were able to capitalize on some of them, but as much as the Gnomes were forcing you guys into turnovers, you forced twice as much on them.
Yeah, that's true. We have strong team, so we can rebound and make points for it.
Ada Ambrosiak, our player of the game, 18 points on the night. Congratulations to you and your team for the win, and thanks for stopping by.
Thank you.
We got more on the Triangle Sports Hub postgame show after this on the Warriors Radio Network.
Welcome back inside the Mighty Warriors den as the Mighty Warriors improved to 4-0. Brian, what a game for the Mighty Warriors with the big victory tonight against the Gnomes from Emerson Waldorf.
Big victory tonight. Ada Ambrosiak paced all scores, or she and Sydney Schertz of the Gnomes paced all scores. But Ambrosiak had a great line, 18 points. She had 9 steals, dished out 9 assists, had 7 rebounds on the night. And as for the double-double machine, Kayla's Klein, in looking at the numbers here, 11 points, 13 rebounds, another double-double for Raising Cane tonight.
Yes, as the Mighty Warriors improve to 4-0 and 2-0 at home. Next up, we are back here on Saturday for the boys game. Mount Zion faces Cape Fear at 1:40 on air. You can listen to me and Brian Snow here Saturday at 1:40. Brian, it's great to work with you again tonight.
My
we had
pleasure.
a lot of issues prior to the game and trying to get in a rhythm. It's hard to get in a rhythm with some issues going on in the background. But
you know something, as long as we got in, it's like the Warriors, as long as we got into our rhythm, and we did.
Yes, as you've been listening to Mighty Warriors Lady Basketball from Mount Zion. I'm Petey Doris and Brian Snow. We'll see you guys Saturday the 16th as Cape Fear shows up in the Mighty Warriors Den as the Mighty Warriors varsity boys tip off at 1:40. I want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. I want to thank Athletic Director Don Fozard Jr. here at Mount Zion for having us on board this season. You've been listening to Mount Zion Basketball on Triangle Sports Hub, powered by Arena Sportsnet and Network1Sports.com. From Petey Doris and Brian Snow, good night and God bless. We love you, Durham.